All right, y'all. So we're still playing around with this lighting here. I think I actually like the placement of these. But in the last video that we did, I still had the internal brightening of the camera too low. So it's still a little dim. So we're gonna see what this looks like. Every day is a learning process. Now, I took yesterday off from the gym. We had the Christmas party and everything, a lot of distractions. But I just wanted to use this as a kind of a example of how quickly I build and lose momentum, because I told you that from the beginning. One of the reasons I like doing a daily video and working out every day is because it keeps me consistent. As soon as I take a single day off, it's kind of like, okay, so if I'm working out every day, then the next day comes, okay? So I've worked out 5 days in a row. That's my plan in my head, working out every day. The next day comes, I have no choice, right? You gotta work out, you work out every day. You can't miss a day. But if I take one singular rest day, so let's say, today I take a rest day, tomorrow, I'll be like, well, you can either work out or you can rest. It's one of the two. You already took one rest day, why not take another one? I now have the option of resting, and I don't like having that option because life there are a lot of nuances to life. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of other things we could be doing with our time. So once I have the option to rest, it's usually not good for my consistency in the gym. Now today is gonna be another leg day, and I decided to do this just to give my elbows more rest. If you look at online for tendonitis, the only thing to make tendonitis better is to take some time off. Now they suggest 3 to 6 weeks. That's not happening. It's not happening, all right? But what we can do is just decrease the frequency and the volume of the movements that were mostly the pressing movements is messing with my tendonitis. So we had just increased the frequency of those movements because I want to get my bench press up again. But obviously the tendonitis immediately flared up worse than ever, so it's not in the cards for me. Now, if I can, I'm still going to have 2 pressing days. So I just wrote myself a new split. I'm going to have a shoulder and tri day, and then I have a chest and shoulder day. And the reason I'm doing a little bit of shoulders on my chest day is because I need more shoulder work. And all these workouts that I wrote are super low volume so that I can work out every day. So we're going back on the everyday split. Even the 7th day I had as a rest day. But what I did was I had a back and bi day. And on the back and bicep day, I put only one bicep movement. So only preacher curls. So it's gonna be super low volume. It's barely biceps. It's back and just a little bit of biceps. So instead of resting on day 7, I made that just a straight up bicep day. And we'll do 2 movements with 2 to 3 sets on each movement. So it'll be 4 to 6 sets total. So still super low volume. But today, so in this 7-day split, I'm gonna be hitting legs 3 times. And I've talked about this before on leg day. There's so many different options of things to do. It's like, how do I pick? How do I choose without making this workout 2 hours long? Well, the method that I'm going to implement is just working out more frequently so that I can use a bunch of different stuff. So we're doing 3 leg days. So the way it's gonna look is today is gonna be quads. I'm gonna finish with 2 sets of calves. And then we're gonna do another body part, and then this is day 1. Day 3 is going to be hams and 2 sets of calves, and then we're going to do day 4, day 5, and then day 6. Then we're going to do day 4. Then day 5 is going to be more like an overall leg workout. So we're looking at maybe some kind of squat, walking lunges. I'm not sure yet. I don't have all the movements planned out. But we're going to also finish with calves, and then we'll have day 6 and 7, and then we repeat. So it's like legs every other day, and then 2 days off, and then repeat. And by doing quad focus day 1, which is going to be today, obviously when day 3 comes around, ham focused, we haven't hit hamstrings at all. So ham should be fresh. And then we take another rest day, and then we hit the whole leg all together, okay? So the quads will be nice and recovered, hamstrings will be basically recovered, we'll hit the whole leg, and then we'll have 2 days before we do it again. So everything should be recovering, and the workouts are going to be lower volume. So, you know, we're not going to be full of lactic acid. We're not going to be demolished. We're going to put the intensity in. We're keeping the volume low, okay? And, you know, legs are kind of like a genetic strong point for me, I would say. And if you look at my videos, I don't know what it comes across on camera. But in person, in real life, people like compliment my legs all the time. In measurements, my quads are like 28 inches, which is big. If you look at other people's leg measurements, 28 inches is a big leg, okay? So I'm confident in my legs. But if you watch my videos and you're like, man, his legs aren't that great, I don't train them. Like in this series, I've been training them. But before this series, I notoriously skip legs all the time, which is why I say it's my genetic strong point. And it may not be. I may be overestimating it. Like I might work them out consistently and they don't really grow that much, but their starting point for no reason is pretty good. So my hope is that if I'm really diligent with them and really consistent, we'll see some really like super impressive legs. Not just like, damn, nice legs, but like, holy fuck, those are some great legs. Because you don't see that very often, you know? Most people are lacking in the leg department. Now, today, we're going to start with a belt squat. Okay, so I already have today planned. Belt squat. We're gonna elevate the platform to where, you know, we're pushing through our toes, make it quad focused, keep our legs closer together. We're gonna stand directly over the pulley because I found that allowed me to go much deeper. And we're going to do 2 working sets there. Then, either leg press or leg extension. We're doing both. I just don't know which one I'm doing second. Of course, the leg press, we do unilaterally. I don't know why this person stopped right here. They're literally stopped for no reason. These businesses are closed right here. You're stopping for no reason right there. There's no reason for you to be stopped right there, literally. there was no reason for that. Anyway, what was the thing? Okay, the leg press, we of course are going to put our feet lower on the platform to where we are pushing more through our toes. Our heels actually come off of the plate when we're pressing because we're pressing so much with our toes. It's almost like a sissy squat on the leg press. So that's going to be quad focused as well. And then leg extension, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. That is a completely quad dominant movement. And then we're going to finish today with seated calves. Seated calves are my least favorite of the calf movements. We're going to go ahead and get them out of the way at the beginning of this training split, okay? So, seated calves today. Day 2 is upper body. Day 3, we're at legs again. We're going to do calves on the leg press. So it's more of a straight leg instead of a bent knee calf movement. You want to do both. Then we do upper body again. Then day 5, we're going to do the donkey calves, which is also a straight leg calf movement, but I just prefer the straight leg calf movements. I just like the way they feel better. And I'm going to be getting, obviously, both, you know, the bent knee at the beginning and the straight legs the 2 other times. But we're going to be hitting calves 3 times a week. And my calves, once again, are also a genetic strong point for me. I have calves for no reason. So, and even less than seeing big legs is seeing big calves. A lot of times you see some really well-developed upper leg meat, but we don't see the calves too often. So I'm hoping to just get some absolutely freaky, just some freaky calves, you know? I mean, they already got veins running through them. They already got, like, I can grab like if I flex the inside of my calf, I can grab it, and it, like, fills my hands. It, like, comes off of my body like a freaking plate, like it's like a, what do they call that? Is it called a plateau? Like a mountain with a flat top? That's what it's like. It's like that. It's been a while since I've taken whatever class that would be in. It was in like grade school, I think, when we learned about that shit. But we don't want to be hitting plateaus. We want to have plateaus on our legs, right? On our calves. So I think that's pretty much it, y'all. We'll fuck around with this lighting a little bit more. Oh, there was something else I wanted to say. So someone asked me about my split, and I can like post. I have the whole split written down on my phone in my notes app. Oh, I should have been charging this fucking phone. I messed up. Actually, what are the headphones at? Ooh, the headphones are completely dead. Y'all, it's so impossible to keep everything charged. Oh, okay, wait. Actually, a couple things to tell y'all before we go in there. So first off, I'm gonna try to charge the headphones right now a little bit, because when we get in the gym, they have outlets, and I can charge my phone, which has 2%. I can charge my phone, but I can't charge the headphones and listen to them at the same time. So I'm gonna try to get a little juice into those. But if they're at 1%, there's no way we're gonna make it before we walk in there. Anyway, yeah, someone asked me my split. I can post my split up. It's a little bit specific to my situation, you know. If you want a good basic split to train every day, I legitimately recommend doing Sam Sulek's split. That's the split I started with. Obviously, you know, this whole video series that I've started with the gym thing, other than the fact that it's so easy to make these videos, it was inspired by Sam. So when I initially started making this format of video, 100% inspired by Sam, I also adopted his split, because I was like, I've never done a split like this. I've never worked out every day. Let me try this split. While I was doing that split, I never had any tendonitis. It was super easy to keep track of. It was like a 4-day split. You know, it's legs, chest and shoulders, back, arms. It's like you don't have to think about it. Sam's life is so simple. The content he makes simple. The split he makes simple. Just like he makes it all so easy. So if I would recommend, if you want no days off and you're looking for a good split that's easy to keep up with, do that split. Legs, chest and shoulders, back, arms. Repeat. Super simple. I had great success with that split. I only changed it because I get bored with stuff. If you've noticed, if you've been keeping up with this series, I've changed my split like 4 or 5 times. Now, the last split I was going to do where I was benching multiple times a week, I had planned to keep that one for a while because I wanted to get my bench press up. But my elbow pain inhibited me from doing that. So that's why I've changed yet again. And now we're on more of a leg focused program. But we still have 2 push days. And we still are working everything else. And we're still not taking off days. It's just a little more complicated. But yeah, I would definitely 100% recommend trying Sam's split, because I never had any issues with it. That was like the most successful I've been with working out in a long time. I just couldn't keep doing it. I had to change it up just because I'm an idiot, okay? Secondly, I think today I'm going to do a voiceover workout. So we are getting towards the watch hours that are going to allow us to monetize this channel. And the gym is always playing, you know, music that copyrights the videos and would be a problem with the monetization. So I'm going to try to do a voiceover instead of a mic'd up. I might, in here, when the music stops playing, like in between songs, when there's like 10 seconds of silence, I might like give y'all some of my thoughts, or I might not. But this workout, like this is going to be our talking segment where we go over things. During the workout, I'm going to have to go back home and voice over like what I was thinking, how I was feeling, etc. And then, you know, we'll do the car talk after, and we'll reflect on the workout. But we're going to try that out, see how we like it. I'm pretty used to doing voiceovers. What I like about the mic'd up gym video is I like that it's like raw, you know? Like I like when you're doing the reps, you're, you know, you hear all that stuff. You hear the weights, you hear everything moving around. That's the only element I don't like about doing the voiceover afterwards, because it's like the whole gym session is going to be silent. It's just going to be me talking, which is not as raw. But like I said, always playing copyright music, and every time I post the video, they're like, look, this doesn't affect your channel, but if you ever monetize it, will affect your channel. Like I'll get like strikes and shit against me, and they might like take my channel down. So I don't want that to happen. So we're going to start. And I have so many videos already that have copyright stuff on them, like basically every video I post, that when I do monetize, they'll probably go back on my old videos and start like fucking me up, you know? So we got to get away from that, unfortunately. I haven't found a gym that doesn't play music and allows you to record. I haven't found the perfect gym yet. But let's see what these headphones got, too. Yeah, I'm thinking the light's going to be better with the internal brightening higher. All right, we got our headphones to 5%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off this camera. I'm going to let these headphones get to about 10%. That should get us through the workout. It'll take another few minutes. I'll let the pre-workout kick in. And I'll see y'all at the belt squat. All right, y'all, let's try this little voiceover thing. And I want y'all's feedback, you know. Let me know if you like this style of video, if you like the voiceover better, or if you like the raw, mic'd up gym session better. You know, when I was doing the workout, I was thinking, well, this is a lot less talking, and I kind of enjoy not having to think about talking. But now that I'm doing the voiceover, because I silenced the rest of the video, I'm realizing that's going to be a lot more talking than when I just simply talk in between sets. So here we're doing the belt squat. This is my favorite machine for legs, y'all. My favorite thing I've ever done for legs, because I don't squat, okay? I'm not good at squatting. I'm not good because I haven't done it enough. But basically, I've worked out my legs, you know, so my legs are fairly strong. But when I go to do a barbell squat and my spine is actually loaded, I find the rest of my body's kind of the limiting factor. So my leg muscles are saying, yeah, we can easily rep 315, but my core and having the barbell on my back, it's just all so weak and uncomfortable that it feels like terrible. So the belt squat allows me to feel like I'm squatting, get the squatting motion down without loading my spine. And it's just super comfortable, and you know, it requires a little bit of work from the stabilizers, and it just makes me feel really athletic and put together, and it gives me a well-rounded pump. I'm of course elevating that platform so our heels are up, and I'm putting my feet close together. I'm standing almost directly over the pulley so I can get nice and deep into the squat. And I'm hardly using my arms at all. Like, I'm really kind of pulling horizontally with my arms just to add some stability, but I'm not actually pulling upwards. I'm using, you know, 95% leg here. I'm not trying to do cheater reps with the, like it would almost be like a row with my arms. I'm just trying to use the legs. And I can't express how much I love this machine. If you have a belt squat at your gym, definitely hit up that belt squat. I'm laughing because that was a freaking brutal set. And I do miss hearing the grunts. I had to mute them all. And that's one of the parts I like about watching workout videos. I like seeing people really struggle. So I was fighting for it in this workout. This was a great workout. Quad focused, of course. We're on the leg press. And as you can see, I put my feet on the bottom part of the platform. Once again, it's going to make it more knee dominant. It's actually, my feet are so low, and with the amount of ankle mobility or immobility I have, my heels actually come off of the platform when I'm in the bottom end range of the motion. So I'm like pushing through my toes, which almost makes it kind of like a sissy squat leg press. Okay, it's all quads. I'm trying to target that teardrop muscle really by my knee. I feel like that thing needs to get a little bigger, okay? So, or a lot bigger. You know, I'd take a lot bigger. Right here I'm doing 6 plates. 6 plates is the most I've ever done on this machine. And I was fighting for my life, okay? It felt really good though. I did strain my left calf, and I'm going to talk about that later in the card talk, but nothing too serious. I was able to complete the workout. I feel fine now as I do this voiceover, but I think I was pushing so hard with my left leg. I'm pushing hard with both legs, but my left leg is a little weaker. So the beauty of this leg press, the thing I like the most about it is that you can untether the two sides. So if you notice, the two sides are independent of each other. So even though I'm doing this with both legs at the same time, it's really a unilateral movement because they're each working independently of one another. And you can see my left leg kind of trails behind as I go into the concentric portion. And it's because it is weaker. I can't output as much power on the left leg. And that's one of the reasons, you know, I love this leg press, because otherwise, if both sides were tethered together, I'd be pushing it more with my right leg, and my right leg would just be becoming more and more dominant, okay? So this allows me to kind of play catch up with the left leg without having to do one leg at a time, which is freaking awesome. You can see how red my face is getting. I was really struggling there, but I give the double thumbs up because it was a great set, okay? Now, what I wasn't expecting is normally I'm alternating between quad and hamstrings, so I'm giving my quads a break, but this was an all quad workout. So I got to the leg extension. I put it on 130, which is normally my working weight, and it was almost impossible, so I dropped it to 110, and I still only got 6 reps and then some cheaters. Now, you saw I started with the left leg because the left leg is weaker. The right leg, I just mimic what the left leg did. So I got 6 reps with the left leg and then 2 cheaters. On the right leg, I probably could have got 12 full reps, but I just pretend like it's exactly like the left leg, so they get equal amounts of work. And then I do the left one first so I can gauge that strength and match it with the right, and also to prioritize it because, like I said, slight muscular imbalance. The left leg is about half an inch smaller than the right, and some percentage weaker as well. Now right here you see I thought about it like towards the end of the set on the left leg, but on the right leg I do it from the jump. I actually put my hand on that teardrop muscle, and that's just kind of a proprioceptive key, cue, I guess I should say, to target that teardrop muscle, to think about contracting that teardrop as I'm squeezing on the concentric, okay? So I'll be doing that more often just to tell my brain to use that muscle because that's what I really want to grow, okay? Now calves, I'm only recording one set here, but I did 2 sets. So I did 2 working sets of everything. I think I recorded all the working sets except the calves. And I did record both working sets of calves. I just cut one out because by now I've been talking for quite some time. So I was trying to limit some of the talking I'm doing. But this is the left, once again, that I'm starting with because it is weaker. The left leg as a whole is weaker than the right leg, slightly smaller. So we start with the left and then we do the right after. My only gripe with this machine is the rounded foot plate is smooth. I wish it had some grip on it. I'd like to put some grip tape on it, like some anti-slip tape. That way it would hold the ball of my foot in place better as I do the calf raises. I put a 45 on one side, 25 on the other because it's tethered together, so the load's transferring evenly through. But 2 45s is a little too much, and this gets me in the rep range I want. Of course, good stretch on the bottom, and then nice squeeze on the concentric. And I did do a pump check, but my autofocus decided to focus on the wrong thing, and it was all blurry. So that's going to be it for the workout. A few more reps here. It was a great workout, and then I'll see y'all in the truck. All right, y'all. So that was a great workout. I'm not gonna lie. I think okay, so let's start off with the bad part, because there's only one bad part. And it wasn't even bad per se, but on that leg press I went heavier than I've ever gone. So the heaviest I've gone to date, I think I did 5 plates and a quarter one time. But the last time, I think that was when it was my first movement. The last time when it was my second movement, I did 5 plates. Well, today, when I did 5 plates, I got more reps than I wanted. I got around 12. So today I was like, all right, you've only done 2 sets of belt squat, so you can't be that fatigued, and you only want 8 reps. So I went 6 plates, and of course I didn't warm up on the leg press because I'd just done the belt squats. So for me, after I do the first exercise, there's no warming up if it's the same muscles because I'm already warmed up. I'm not gonna get any more warmed up than that, I guess, is my logic. But on the leg press, you'll see in the video, I mean, you already have seen it by now. When I do the leg press, I put my feet super low to where at the bottom range of the motion, like I don't have enough ankle flexion, so I'm actually pressing from my toes, which makes it like super quad focused. That's the whole point. But on one of those reps, I almost feel like I strained my left calf because my left leg is a little weaker than my right leg. So my right leg was handling the weight a little better. Like when I tap out on those, it's because my left leg can't do anymore, because I have the plates separate, so it's unilateral. So you'll see on all those reps, I don't know what the fuck that was, but you'll see on all those reps that my left leg's kind of lagging behind the right because it doesn't have as much power behind it. So I guess I was compensating. I was using more calf, and I feel the calf feels kind of weird. I don't feel like I pulled a muscle or anything. I wouldn't even call it maybe a slight strain. Maybe like I don't know. Maybe like 5% muscle strain. Just enough to make it feel strange. But like I did calf raises with no pain at all. It just feels like kind of odd. So that was the only like weird thing that happened. But other than that, that was like a great workout. I think because it was like quads only, it was very focused, you know? Like normally I'm going quad, hamstring, quad, hamstring. But I was just more like locked in because it was quads only. The pump was more focused because it was just quads. And the quad pump is more satisfying than the hamstring pump. So it just felt really good. And I'm not sure how I actually like the voiceover video. And it is another step for me to do. Like when I get home, I'm going to have to watch the video back and kind of voice over my thoughts during the sets and stuff, you know. So it's like an extra step to making the videos. I'm not sure how much I'll enjoy it, but as far as working out and not thinking about talking to the camera, I think that allowed me to be more focused as well. Because typically, I guess like right before the set, I'm trying to explain what's going on to y'all. And then like when I finish the set, I'm trying to think about like if I have anything I want to say right before I press stop on the camera. And I maybe talk a little too much, you know? But I think a lot of my mental energy is going towards, you know, what I'm thinking to say to the camera. Whereas with this workout, because I know I'm voicing over afterwards, I didn't talk to the camera at all. So I just had my music in. You know, like, okay, when I do a mic'd up workout, I have my music playing, I do the set, I stop my music, I put my transparency mode on, I talk, you know, there's steps to it. Then when I want to get back into it, I put my noise cancel on, start playing the song again, and it's like a back and forth. It's kind of tedious, you know? But that workout, not having to worry about talking to the camera, was a lot more just like kind of dialed in. So I had a great workout. I had a great pump. The belt squats, I feel like I did one more rep than I would normally do. So you'll see me on the belt squats before. I don't want to get stuck in the bottom position, so I'll kind of stop shy of failure. I still stopped shy of failure. I didn't technically fail, but I feel like this time, like when I was at that rep where I was like, I don't think I should do this, I just did it anyway. So I was squeezing out one extra rep. I did the most weight I've ever done on belt squat. It's the same weight I did last time, but to date, that's the most I've done on belt squat, which is 2 plates, a 10 and a 5. And I have to look back and see how many reps I did. It was either 8 or 9. So that felt good. I did 6 plates. Whew. 6 plates on the leg press. That felt good. And then the leg extensions got me. I think normally because I'm doing a quad and then a hamstring, I'm giving my quads a break. But because I was doing all quads and I didn't give my quads a break, that first set of leg extensions, I put it on my typical working weight and I only got like 6 and a couple partials. And I was like, man, that was so much heavier than I thought. So I actually went down, I don't know if I went down 1 or 2 notches, but I went down so that I could get a decent amount of reps. But yeah, my quads were super pumped. I was super focused. The workout was great. It really wasn't that long. My girlfriend's gonna be like, I thought you said it wasn't long. But what happened was, is she was at her parents' house because all her family's in town for Christmas, and she has a bunch of nieces and a nephew, and she like loves to hang out with them. She's like really good with kids. I'm not so good with kids. I don't really like kids. But she's really good with kids, so I was like, she'll probably want to hang out with them and, you know, spend time with them. So I kind of wasn't worried about my timing. But it took me a long time to leave the house. Like I left the house probably 2 hours after I said I would. And then when I got to the gym, my headphones weren't charged, so I sat in the car and let those charge for a while. And then when I actually set all my camera stuff up, I saw one of my boys that I met over there, a friend that I made. So I chopped it up with him for a little bit. So it really took about 4.5 hours, but the whole workout itself really didn't take that long. So she's gonna be like, what the fuck? But that's cool. The lower volume's gonna be sweet. So I'm now home, I'm in my driveway. I gotta eat. I really had planned to eat twice more, but I guess it depends how late I stay up. Because right now, I think I said this already, I have 2,500 calories in the books. And if I eat my chicken drumsticks and my grapes, I'll have 3,200, which would be cutting calories. But I've kind of decided at this point, I'm not sure if I'm going to be on a cut or not. I might main gain for a little while until I feel motivated to jump back into the cut. But, damn, all that food and only 9 grams of fiber? I find that hard to believe. Well, I guess the Chick-fil-A didn't have any fiber. Yeah, I guess there's not that much fiber in my diet. Oh well. Anyway, yeah. We're going to get inside. If y'all are interested in the exact split that I plan on doing, I can either like kind of throw it up on the screen in the next video, or I can do a separate video and tell you everything. Because I literally have, you know, day 1 through 7. I have the exercises and the total number of sets. There's one. Is there a day where I got to add exercises? No, I have every exercise listed. Every exercise listed. And right now my shoulder and tri day and my back and my shoulder and tri day is the biggest day. I got dumbbell press, dips, lateral raises, tricep push down, rear delts, and then the overhead tricep extension. I could just do 2 tricep movements. I don't know, we'll see. Because on the shoulder and tri day I have 12 total sets. But like most days I have 8 sets, and a couple days, I don't know. If y'all want to see it, just let me know, and I'll post it up here. The exact split. For entertainment purposes only, not educational. I just made this up off the top of my head. Just to fit me personally, to fit the joint pain that I have, to fit my goals, to fit my genetics. You know, this split has been 100% tailored to me, and it's also completely made up by me, who is not certified in any kind of training. So, I'll put it up if y'all want, but it's entertainment only, okay? Entertainment only. Anyway, we're gonna get inside, we're gonna eat some food, and of course I'm gonna continue filming for the full day of eating. So, fuck, I was looking at the screen and not at the lens. If you're filming, y'all, I see people doing this. If you're filming, look at the lens of the camera. There's nothing worse than when people are looking at the screen, because all I can think when I'm watching a video and they're not looking at me, I'm like, you're just looking at yourself in the screen. It drives me nuts. So look at the lens. It's a reminder to myself and to anyone making content. Focus on the lens and you're focusing on the viewer. Anyway, y'all, that's it. I'll see y'all in the next video.